I am not speaking now, don't worry. We just wanted to say that we have a survey at that link. I highly recommend you do it, partially because that and the band that you got for registration is your exit ticket to go get lunch. Lunch is outside. I really want lunch, and I know you guys do too, so I'm gonna keep this short. Take the survey, enjoy your lunch. We're gonna start back here at 12 o'clock, so that gives you 20 minutes. You cannot eat outside. Please get your lunch and come back in here. $30 for this workshop, but because we got a sweet deal with them, we actually get it for free. So volunteers are going to be passing out cards. If you want to participate in the workshop, I highly recommend you get a card unless you want to pay $30. So there are instructions on the card, but I'll go through them momentarily. But just raise your hand, I guess, if you don't have a card, and a volunteer will come and give one to you. Okay? Cool.
I bid if you want the rest of them, I bid.
You guys all have cards?
Pretty good. Well, you have the really old
Is SI internal. So the first thing that you guys are gonna have to do is go to the link. The instructions are pretty well defined on the white side of the card. So if you go to nvidia.com/DLI, you go to online training, which is under the education tab. Okay, so we're going to be doing a specific course here. Don't select any random one. Select the one that's it's called an elective course called Image Segmentation with TensorFlow. So you want to click that one and click Get Started. So it'll look something like the screen here. You want to go and navigate through that and click Get Started. Okay, so you can see that the price is $30. Do not fret, you do not have to pay. You click Enroll Now. The first thing you're going to need to do is make an NVIDIA developer account. Like a speaker mentioned earlier, this account gives you access to a lot of resources and not just the things that we're going to be doing today. So regardless, it's highly recommended that you make one of these accounts. Log in, you'll see a screen like this. Now, if you flip to the green side of your card, if anyone has any questions, there should be a volunteers table right here. You can feel free to get up and ask them questions. They're doing it with you, so they know somewhat what they're doing. There's a green side of your card. It has techie letters at the top, and then you want to type in your promo code. They're all different. So once you click apply after entering in the promo code, if you make it to something that talks about your profile, just redirect yourself back to the website nvidia.com/DLI and go through it again and then log in with your information.
Old NVIDIA. everyone. I just want to make an announcement. Like, if you could please put your cell phones away and use your time effectively to work on DLI, because this is a great opportunity.
Your segment could be what you're interested in. Like, it doesn't really change like what you're going to do unless you're like an expert, like a job expert. But for all intensive purposes, it doesn't mean anything.
You couldn't cite the I gave you the error again, but I just went back and stared. I think I turned my password wrong. Wait, it wasn't. I did it back in the system.
Okay, again, if you guys have any.
You are currently sharing I have already specified my birth year. What does that mean?
Look really similar.
So what you fill out this part, just the part. You don't need to do anything that's not required.
Okay, perfect. Everything's good. Alright. Everything's
That's required, but you try to like show text or the visitor one, and that should work. What's up? Locked out? Try clicking forgot your password. Reset your password and try again. Still password and change it immediately. Okay?
Yeah, that happened.
So
Contact. They give you a DLI name. Person.
yeah, a lot of them do. So yeah, I can have to reset the password, but apparently that's not working.
Yeah, I can. Are they getting the red box that says
Yeah.
your email's
I just got. So I emailed this email and then this is the one that came back. But I'm not sure if you.
We need to be in the segmentation one. You click the segmentation one, this is what popped up.
All right, so I'm gonna go through a quick presentation about image segmentation. If you guys are at the screen where like you're done and you've confirmed and you can start the course, I recommend launching it. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to actually launch it because it needs to like set up the data and reserve the space, etc. So if that's happening, I'd recommend like starting now. so that you can.
Okay. If we can't get them, then we're just going to get folks that are having trouble to plug them with somebody. I don't know what's going on.
Alright. So,
You can just Joe, are you fine with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
okay. So, while you guys are waiting, let's talk. And then finally, the problem that we're going to tackle is the problem of image segmentation or instance segmentation, where you have the objects, but not only do you have to identify them and put a box around them, you need to highlight where each of them is. So like, a really common example of using image segmentation in like real life is self-driving cars. You might see like online interfaces where they like put boxes around the people, but going like deep in shows that they do something like this. Each different object is colored differently. So we have like cars, we have people, we have signs, we have like sidewalks, and then we have the road. And it's really challenging because like some objects might be smaller, some objects are different than others, and that's why image segmentation is like a fairly tough problem, because it's like classification but like on another scale. So this was mentioned a lot in the keynotes, but this is TensorFlow. This is the TensorFlow API. It's a very common way to build and evaluate neural network models, and it's going to be what you guys are going to use today. And here's like the levels of TensorFlow. We're going to be using Python, so the highest part. There's estimators, and then estimators are built on layers, datasets, and metrics, which is like built on the overlaying TensorFlow API in Python. So you guys are also going to use something what's called a Jupyter notebook. Jupyter is not like a programming language that you need to know, but it's more of like a way to like run specific segments of code at a time. So you'll open it and it'll look something like this. What's really cool about this is that it has text explaining each part as you go. You see that I've boxed a part in red. If you click that but open it in like a new tab, you'll see a list of the files that you can access, you can view them, you can edit them. I recommend not editing it unless you know what you're doing, but if you're like curious about what's going on in the background, you can look at that. So you can also scroll through this. It has text and it has code. The code is pretty differentiable. It's in like a box, and there's like a number next to it. You can run specific parts of code and it'll run separately. Like if I run like a function and then I run another function, it's as if they were called after each other, but you can edit them. So that's what's like really cool about Jupyter, the fact that you can edit a part, run it again, and then edit it and run it again, etc. So this is like where all your main files are. If you try navigating to the file, I'll leave this up once I'm done, but this is where all your main files are. Like you'll open it and you'll go to the root directory, and then you have to go through the 3 folders mentioned, and then you'll get to where all like your typical files are. So you see 2 folders called like examples or practice and the solutions. Do not look at the solutions unless you're like really stuck and the people that can help you are also really stuck. But if you go through the notebook, basically what we're going to be doing is there's going to be like problems that you need to fix in code, and then you need to fix it, and based on how you fix it, it'll run in different ways. So if you want to find the solution, if you're like stumped, you can look at the solutions. So another thing that's been mentioned, like that's a really great visualization tool is TensorBoard. And you guys actually have TensorBoard built in to your Jupyter notebook today. And TensorBoard is like another browser window that you can open if you scroll through. I recommend like not opening it until you get to the part where it introduces it. But basically it's a way to visualize what's going on with the neural network. In our keynote, we saw it grouping data points together. For the intensive purposes of today, you're going to use it to graph loss functions, which is what the neural network is mathematically trying to reduce, as well as accuracy and other training metrics. And with that, I'll be walking around if you guys have any questions. If you guys still cannot get the thing to load, we're going to try to fix it. For now, you guys can look off of someone else's, or you can try to make a new account if you have another email. Make sure you know the password that you're trying to log in with, because if it kicks you out, then like you have to make another one. So if you guys are just like I don't really care at this point, just look off of someone. There are multiple people. We have a table here that It looks like all of them have launched it successfully. If you guys want to do it with them, I'm sure they're more than willing to. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the problems, we'll go through the problems at around 1:15. So with that, just you guys can talk among your tables, walk around, etc. So yeah.
I just walked in with the no. That's time. I think it's IP based. Multiple people are trying to log in and just like going. Does that make sense? And the IP is flagged. What happened? This is different mic.
The answer.
I'm sure like there are enough people that haven't logged in.
Are you here?
Where do you get it?
Search of TensorFlow API.
Hey guys, I'm happy to float around. If you guys raise hands, I'll help answer questions where I can.
Canal's right here. You know Canal's the other. I know the other Canal's also here. I like straight better. Wait, why do you avoid this? Oh, these two. I'm going off. Are you taking that? I'm taking a vacation over to TJ. What's it the whole year for?
No, like when you're writing your address.
I've been doing Oh, you're right. What I do is I go to Google Docs. For you to get sense, it's a classification. Not worried about
No.
What is this? Was it right? The center flow means it in most cases doesn't mean so like you use your handwriting program. Does it mean center flow?
That's some weird stuff. Mine was faster than
Oh yeah. I'm walking. I don't know. I'm like, huh?
Or the video. It's like white hat. Trying to find right next to the main campus, like the big new building, there's an identical one.
Oh wow.
Like 5 and then very soon. Yeah. Otherwise,
So I don't know my way around it. Well, okay, so it's all but the actual thing. And so I said, everybody I know.
They say that last year on the roof and like they gave it to us. So next kernel is 2. And I started off with I don't think I'm learning anything. I most definitely want a motivation, I want
So, this will stay the same no matter what we do here. Just try not to make, you can like control, like if you want
or if you think you understand it well enough that you might be able to help other kids understand it, if you could get up and kind of walk around and see how people are doing and help them out, that would really be much appreciated. Thank you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be getting the most expensive. I'll do that. I got $90 for what? I know. Wait, what is that $90 for a dog? Oh, it's bruh. And then you're going to wait another 5 minutes. You're watching through the video? Okay.
I like my Wikipedia link.
Eddie, what the heck are you doing? I'm gonna take a picture. You signed into that. No, straight. Do you understand?
Okay, I thought you would understand.
Do I look like I understand?
Well, yeah, you understand.
No, but it like tells you need to know like CNN, like something.
Yeah, I read the summary at the bottom of all the sources going to track. I'm like, the.
You're the Python. What? You're the Python. You're the only thing.
I understand the syntax, but I don't understand what's happening.
Dog, you don't even understand. Yeah.
Are you?
Something I can relate to?
I understand.
What do you mean? It literally like tells me stuff.
Can't be not.
There's a feature. Wait, hey, are you gonna?
Because I would have skipped unless you said no, I would have.
Did your laptop work? No, it doesn't. Yeah, mine didn't work, so you told me to come for this. When it said like try,
So where there's only one time. Hey, what the heck are we supposed to do? Yeah, is your 95 not even? I'll take it. So basically what it's tried is that so basically
yeah, right now I'm just on the.
or just press a certain amount of stars. Also one try of one. And then 250 new style of what? Right there.
Would you like to try?
Oh, wait, go back. What the what? What the what is this? What are you trying to do? Why are you looking at this? You know you have to type up. Wait, that's the new way of typing. Yeah, let me split up. Hold on. So you're not gonna the numbers. But the thing is, you don't. It doesn't matter.
All that matters is that this matters.
In the end, yeah. And if it does get extra with the
If you take AI, BCS, but they're I don't really want basics of if you look at portfolio, Adam has a name. There's one free one. There's a